Hello again. Remember, you are enough. You don't need a master class in parenting. I'm going to start today with a story. Now, this is going to help us see the difference between being permissive, means letting the child run the show, and relying on previously set guidelines, boundaries that you've established before the moments hit, and using that to help manage behavior in the child. The story was I was going shopping, and in the car right next to me, there was a lady, a mom. She got out of the car, but the child was still in the car seat. So she gets out, goes, opens the door, and I overhear her say, "So, do you want to go in walking or do you want to ride in your stroller?" Okay, let's set this up. I'm observing a snippet of this woman's life. If this pattern of letting the child choose their mode of transportation works for you, works for her, so be it. Who are we to judge? As long as there are no behavior issues, I said, you go with your gut if it feels right. Now, if there are behavior issues, temper tantrums, the child is very bossy, the child wants to make all the decisions, the child chooses where they're going to eat at the restaurant, the child chooses when they're going to get up from the restaurant, it's time to go outside. Let's take a step back then, okay? Then that is not giving the child free will. And it is important to let children have free will, because once they develop being able to see the difference between one object and the other, and then feel what they're feeling and make a choice based on that, you're developing their capacity for decision making that will eventually build their capacity to stick with a problem. If something is not working out, I thought about it, let me think again, I can solve this. And ultimately, they will be more obedient later on if they have had their free will, their choices heard and seen by their primary caregivers. The difference is the child is not in charge. Parents are in charge. Parents have that ultimate responsibility for the safety, for the decision making. If that child that I overheard in the story is having these behaviors, rather the parent has to set up, and this is the first part of our for parenting, it is pre-planning, prepared, okay? Before going out, you have to have already made your decision. It is easier for me, and I know what's going on around me, if the child always walks in with me, holding my hand, and I put them inside the shopping cart. Or conversely, the child is better off if I immediately put them in the stroller and the child stays in the stroller the whole time that we are shopping. What works for each parent is what you need to be doing, okay? But that is your decision as the parent. The child's decision, because you follow the child. The child is really into cars right now. They love having their car. You get to choose one car to take inside to the store with you. Will it be the blue one or the red one? Is it a book? You can choose this book or this book. Which one will it be? As the child gets older and they're somewhere, then their choices grow with the responsibility that they have been giving. Oh, okay, this time you get to choose this book or that puzzle. You get to then go on a little, hopefully your child is reached once they're a little older, 2, 3, and they're preparing, you have a little table and they prepare their own little apple slices or their banana slices. So they're feeling, oh, I feel hungry for a snack. Their choice is either, oh, I can choose either the tray that has the apple slices or the tray that has the banana slices on it because I'm hungry and this is what I feel like doing. That is expressing the child's will. They experience those choices. But the ultimate decision making as to their safety, their transportation, their education, what time they're going to go to school, it's not for the child to decide. That is the adult's decision. And they have pre-planned it. Another benefit, once you have this pattern going of I've made these decisions, but the child gets to make these little choices in between, is the child feels comfortable. They feel secure in knowing what to anticipate. They actually crave that sense of order, that we're going to the store and I know mom's going to put me in my stroller. Oh, I get to see that toy that I left in the stroller. Whatever the scenario is now, this is the example, that's the story that I had given you. Whatever the scenario is, they can anticipate, I know I'm okay. I don't have to be thinking about this because I know what comes next. Oh, I get a choice in this matter. Wonderful. I love having choices. That sense of security inhibits the child from unconsciously feeling that they constantly have to make the decisions. That, oh my gosh, my parent can't decide for me, and I always have to, and I have to make the choice. Do you see that behavior that I was just demonstrating? That's the microcosm of their developmental stage. They become this anxious inside because they have to make the choice. And we see it as they're being bossy. They always need to make the choice. What is actually happening is that they've been put in a situation where the adults aren't making the choices and they're constantly asking me what I want. I have to be able to choose these things. Hopefully, you can see then why children need parents to be the leaders of the family so that they don't have to.